Okay, let's proceed with integrals of trigonometric functions. So, punta muna tayo sa basic integration formulas. So, meron tayong integral of sine u du, which is equal to negative cosine u plus c. So, saan siya nakuha? So, that is na-derive lang from the derivative of cosine u, which is equal to negative sine u du. So, di ba, ang gagawin natin, hanapin natin ang integral. So, integrate lang natin sila. So, pag dinivide natin both sides by negative, magiging itong positive. So, magiging integral of sine u du is equal to negative. Integral and derivative cancels out, gives you negative cosine u plus c. So, that's why meron tayong ganyang formula. So, same is true with cosine. So, galing siya sa derivative of sine u, which is equal to cosine u du. So, pag in-integrate natin both sides, gives you integral of cosine u du is equal to integral and derivative cancels out, gives you sine u plus c. So, that's why we have that as our formula. So, same is true with secant square u du. So, which is equal to tangent u plus c. Kasi ang derivative ng tangent ay secant. Ang derivative ng cotangent ay negative cosecant squared. Ang derivative ng secant is secant u tangent u. Ang derivative nito ay yun. So, ganun lang ang pagkuha ng formula. So, since na-derive na natin yung mga formula, i-apply natin siya sa mga examples. So, for example, letter A, we have here secant squared 2x minus 5. So, hanapin mo lang dun sa mga formula ang katulad niya. So, for letter A, ito yung katulad. So, secant square u du. So, we have to satisfy the formula. Ang formula, integral of secant square u du must be equal to tangent of u plus c. So, dapat masatisfy natin yon. So, now, ano yung u? So, u is equal to 2x minus 5. So, sabi dito, kailangan ko daw siya ng derivative ng u. So, I need to take the derivative. So, that gives you 2dx. So, ang ating given, dx lang ang nandito. So, ang nire-require ng du ay 2dx. So, I need to provide 2 and then compensate outside. So, this now gives you 1/2 integral of secant square of u. And then 2dx is actually your du. So that is simply equal to 1/2 tangent u plus c. So but what is u? Your u is 2x minus 5. So babalik lang natin siya sa original niyang anyo. So that is 1/2 tangent 2x minus 5 plus c. So that will be our answer. So for number 2, so, para mas madali, ilalet natin yung angle be our u para mas madali natin siyang makita. So, let u be equal to ln of 1 over x. So, this ln of 1 over x can be written as ln 1 minus ln of x using the property ng logarithm. So, ginamit nating property, ln of a over b is equal to ln a minus ln b. So, if this is A and this is B, this is equal to ln of A minus ln B. But ln of 1 is 0. So, therefore, your U is simply negative ln x. So, again, our formula requires the derivative of U. So, your du here is negative dx over x. So, let us try to rearrange your given. Ang given natin is integral of cosecant ln of 1 over x cotangent ln of 1 over x multiplied by dx over x. So, ilagay natin yung 1 over x, i-multiply natin siya with dx. So, magiging cosecant ln of 1 over x, cotangent ln of 1 over x, dx over x. So, kung titingnan natin, since we let this u be equal to ln of 1 over x, this is integral of cosecant u, cotangent u, and what is this? Dx over x. So, ang du natin is negative dx over x. So, ang nandito lang ay positive. To make it negative, I need to multiply this negative. And of course, I need to multiply negative outside. So, magkakaroon ka dyan ng negative du. Then, refer natin sa formula. Ano ba ang integral ng cosecant u, cotangent u? So, looking at the formula, integral of cosecant u, cotangent u du is negative cosecant u plus c. So, this is simply negative of negative cosecant u plus c. So this negative preceded by a negative is positive. So that gives you cosecant ln of 1 over x plus c. So that will be our final answer. So next we have here integral of 5 to the 4x sine 5 to the 4x dx. So again, yung angle mo is 5 to the 4x. So let that be your u. So your u is 5 to the 4x. Anong derivative ng u? So sabi dito, sine u. So ang formula natin, integral of sine u du. So our multiplier should be du. So let us try to get the derivative of 5 raised to 4x. The derivative of 5 raised to 4x is 5 raised to 4x ln of 5 du, 4 dx. So ang gagamitin kasi natin diyang formula is derivative of a to the u is equal to a to the u ln of a du. So if that's 5 to the 4x, that gives you 5 to the 4x a to the u ln of a, so that's ln of 5 multiplied by the derivative of 4x, which is 4 dx. So ibig sabihin, ang ating du here is equal to 4 ln 5 multiplied by 5 to the 4x dx. So i-multiply natin yung ating 4 ln 5 sa 5 to the 4x dx. So, kung titingnan natin yung given natin, we can rewrite that as integral of sine 5 to the 4x multiplied by 5 raised to 4x dx. So, as you can see, ang du natin ay mayroong 5 to the 4x dx. Ito yon. So, para maging du, kasi kung titingnan natin, so this is equivalent to integral of sine u. So, we need this to be du. So, para maging du siya, I need to multiply this constant na nire-require ng du. So, I need to provide 4 ln 5 and then try to compensate that outside 1 over 4 ln of 5. So, that gives you 1 over 4 ln 5 outside sine u du. And what's integral of sine u du? That's negative cosine u plus c. So all I need to do is to provide that 4 ln 5 multiplied by negative cosine u plus c. So what is this u? That's 5 to the 4x. So finally, you have negative 1 over 4 ln 5 cosine of 5 raised to 4x plus c. So that will be our final answer. So let's proceed with the fourth example. So I have there integral of sine to the 4 2x minus cosine to the 4 2x dx from pi over 2 to pi. So ang gagawin lang natin dyan, magsisimplify lang tayo using our algebra. So di ba ang sabi, a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b, a minus b. So paano naman siya naging related dyan? Kasi si sine to the 4th of 2x can be written as sine squared 2x to the second power. So, di ba, when a power is raised to another power, you are multiplying exponent. So, therefore, sine squared 2x raised to the second power is sine to the 4th 2x. So, which gives sine squared 2x raised to the second minus cosine squared 2x raised to the second dx. So that gives you a squared b squared. So sabi, a squared minus b squared is simply a plus b, a minus b. So this is integral from pi over 2 to pi of sine squared 2x, that's your a, plus b, which is cosine squared 2x, multiplied by sine squared 2x minus cosine squared 2x dx. So, this is equal to 1 using the Pythagorean identity. So, again, may Pythagorean identity tayo na sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta is equal to 1. So, therefore, this is simply equal to 1. And we have double angle identity, that's cosine squared theta minus cosine squared theta. Cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta. So, this should be theta. So, the angle should be matched. So, double angle identity, cosine twice the angle is equal to cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta. So, if I'm going to factor this out, that negative, so that gives you negative sine squared theta minus cosine squared theta. So, therefore, this sine squared theta minus cosine squared theta is equal to negative cosine 2 theta. So, by dividing both sides by negative. So, therefore, this is simply negative integral from pi over 2 to pi of negative cosine twice of the angle cosine 2x. So, cosine twice the angle. So, negative cosine twice of this angle 2x, which is equal to sine squared theta minus cosine squared theta. So, this now gives you negative 2 integral of cosine 2x dx. So, the 2 must be put outside because it is it should be 4. So, that's negative cosine. I thought it's 4 times. So, wait. So, this now gives you integral from pi over 2 to pi, negative cosine 4x dx. So, this is cosine twice the angle. So, it's not a constant that must be put outside. It's an angle na dinoble. So, that's twice of an angle. So, it should be cosine 4 of x. So, integral of cosine 4x, if u is 4x, ang derivative niya is 4 dx. So, sabi ng formula, integral of cosine u du is sine u plus c. So, I need to provide 4 here and compensate 1/4 outside. So, magiging negative 1 over 4 sine 4x from pi over 2 to pi. So, because integral of cosine u du is sine u from pi over 2 to pi since meron tayong limit. So, this now gives you negative 1 over 4. Upper limit, that's sine 4 pi minus sine 4 times pi over 2. So, applying upper minus lower limit. So, that's negative 1/4. 0 minus sine 2 pi. And sine 2 pi is also 0. So, therefore, it is equal to 0. So, that's our answer. So, for letter E, we have integral from 0 to pi over 4 of sine phi plus cosine phi raised to the second power d phi. So, all I need to do is to expand. So, that's 0 to pi over 4 sine squared phi plus twice the product of sine phi and cosine phi plus cosine squared phi d phi. So, in-expand lang natin. In-expand. So, expanding, again, sine squared plus twice the product of the two. That's 2 sine phi cosine phi plus square of cosine is cosine squared phi d phi. So, looking at that, sine squared, look at this, sine squared plus cosine squared is equal to 1. So, that gives you 1 plus this 2 sine phi cosine phi using double angle identity for sine. Sine 2 phi is 2 sine phi cosine of phi. So, therefore, that is simply sine 2 phi. So, that is plus sine 2 phi d phi. So, therefore, this is just the same as that of our integrand here. So, let us try to evaluate. So, that's integral from 0 to pi over 4 of d phi plus integral from 0 to pi over 4 of sine 2 phi d phi. So, what do I need to do is to integrate this sine 2 phi by providing 2 here and then compensate 1/2 outside para magi siyang sine u du because the derivative of 2 phi is 2 d phi. So, integral of d phi is phi from 0 to pi over 4. And integral of sine 2 phi, integral of sine is negative cosine. So this is 1/2 times integral of sine is negative. So that gives you negative 1/2 cosine 2 phi from 0 to pi over 4. So applying now our limit, that gives you upper minus lower minus 1/2 cosine twice of upper minus cosine lower. So that's 2 times 0 is 0. Cosine 2 times pi over 4 is pi over 2. And cosine pi over 2, cosine 90 degrees is 0. Cosine 0 is equal to 1. And that gives you pi over 4 minus 0 is pi over 4 minus 1/2 times negative 1 is plus 1/2. So simplifying that, that gives you pi plus 2. Or approximately equal to, if I'm going to use my calculator, so that should be sheep pi plus 2 over 4. So the answer is approximately equal to 1.2854. So that will be our answer.